Greetings and welcome to the channel. My name is Mia and I teach YouTube. So today we're going to talk about 5 reasons why every business, every aspiring influencer, and anybody with something to say should have a YouTube channel. The first reason is to have a portfolio of your personality. The last 2 mentors that I opened my pocketbook to, opened my wallet, paid, I found on YouTube, and I found specifically on YouTube through a podcast. And the reason why having a YouTube is important is that people who have never heard of you, they can go in, they can get a feel of your personality, your humor, they can see how you answer questions, they can see how you present. It gives them a sense of who you are, as opposed to a 30-second clip or a 60-second reel. You can't really grasp a person's knowledge and if they're able to help you, right? So being able to reference a person's channel is great when you are considering working with somebody, being led by somebody, and opening your wallet to somebody. So the first thing is you have a portfolio of your personality. The next one is particularly for small business owners or business owners of any size, really, lead generation, okay? People who have never heard of you, right? You may have a local shop somewhere, and I'm never gonna know about a local shop in Nebraska. However, if the owner or somebody in that local shop has knowledge on something that I'm looking for, guess what? I'm gonna tap into the local shop in Nebraska, okay? So the ability to share your expertise and encourage people and inform people worldwide, right? YouTube is worldwide. I want you to remember that, as well as YouTube videos come up when people search in Google. So yes, of course, your videos will be suggested through YouTube. But if I type in something, how to such and such and such through Google, videos from YouTube now show up as an answer to your inquiry. So the amount of lead generation it has, the amount of collaborations with other creators, other business owners, you know, it affords you opportunities that just were not possible before video, before the internet, right? So it has a vast amount of opportunity to reach people you would never have reached before, right? The next one kind of ties into that, where you can position yourself as an expert within your industry. So if you have a very niche type of expertise where it's kind of unique and you don't really know who is really looking for you, you haven't done the market research, but that's just what you have, and you turn on your camera and you start talking about it, that ability to position yourself to be at the top of someone's mind when they say, oh, who knows how to do this? Who has it? And your name comes up, right? And now you have that portfolio of your personality. You're able to connect. People are able to relate to you. You resonate to people on just a personable level. And so now you have become the expert in your industry. And this doesn't always have to be just a very specific niche industry. It could be anything, right? But it allows you to be at the forefront of someone's brain, because you have positioned yourself with your weekly videos, your daily videos, your bi-weekly videos, whatever your schedule is going to be, you have positioned yourself to be the go-to person in that industry, okay? One is for aspiring influencers and just anyone who has something to say, right? There is still such a thing as pitching, right? But now, it's not so in your face, pitch. You have to be subtle. You have to be, you know, there's an art form to it. However, let's say, for instance, if you're pitching yourself and you want to come speak, you want to go speak at a school, you want to speak at a corporation, a company, you now have the portfolio of personality, you have the catalog of content, which you can include either in your website, you can include it on a landing page, you can include it in an email and send it direct, right? It's much more powerful if I receive an email that has video of someone speaking to me, as opposed to having to read through all these paragraphs of stuff, right? It's much more powerful. That's why you have apps like Loom, because when you want to send information to someone, the attention span of humans is going like this, right? So if you can send it in a video form, all the better. And again, it's that personality, it's that content, it's that expertise. Everything is hitting them all at once, right? And the last one is proof of growth and your commitment to this space, to this topic, to your expertise. It's funny. I started to look at videos of when I looked at my very first video on YouTube, and it was literally music over showing products for hair and then talking about how I use them, right? And I said, I came a long way. And I remember the thoughts that I had when I was creating that video. I remember the thoughts that I had when I first started sitting on the floor in Charlotte in front of the window, not knowing what I'm doing, but I'm gonna just put it out there anyway. And that was 11 years ago, right? And here I am telling people, teaching people how to use YouTube. It shows that you have grown in this expertise. It shows your growth as a person. It shows your growth as a business owner, as an influencer, as an expert, right? And it shows your commitment. I know specifically there's a podcast, David Never Sleeps is the channel. And this is not sponsored. So, but his old videos from, I think 5 years ago started popping up. And it's funny because sometimes we see the success of a person in this moment, but we don't pay attention to the road that it took to get here. And so me seeing his old videos of him standing in front of the board, I said, okay, this is the progression. And it allows somebody to see you've been at this for a while, right? You didn't just pop up on the scene. You have been dedicated. And that adds another layer to your story. That adds another layer to your likability, to your trust, to knowing, right? So these are the 5 reasons that are really important that everybody should have a YouTube channel at this point in 2022 and beyond, especially if you have a business, you're trying to get your name out there, and you can be a chef. This doesn't have to be just be for somebody speaking or sharing their intellectual knowledge. Like, you can have a skill, you can do needlepoint. I mean, anything, right? But I am creating a community where I am teaching people how to start their YouTube channel and a podcast just from Zoom. All right. The demand is there. I have talked to many people and they're like, I didn't know I could do that. Okay, well, let me show you how. All right. So the link is below if you are interested in that. But these are certain things that keep in mind. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, I would highly recommend that you start one, start to map it out. And I look forward to watching your videos in the future.